So today I'm going to show you how to schedule a conference room in the new offices on Calendar for Mac. It is super simple and just like scheduling your normal meetings using Calendar. Each room is set up much like a user that you will invite to the meeting, and the room will automatically accept or deny your request based on its availability. Before we get started, if you're going to be scheduling rooms for someone else on a regular basis and you do not have access to that person's calendar, I have made an additional video for you that will be helpful in keeping your calendar organized for meetings that you scheduled but that you're not actually attending. So go ahead and check that video out as well. So to get started, I'm going to add an event to my calendar as I normally would. So you can see in this example, I've added a bunch of test events that will just help us be able to see what conflicts look like. So to add your event to the calendar, you just double click where you'd like the event to go. You can also drag the event around to move it if it's not in the exact spot that you'd like it. In order to edit the event information, you just double click it and then you're able to put in your event title. So I'm going to schedule a facilities meeting. And then right here you can see your date and your times for this meeting. So I can click on that and I can edit the start and end times, as well as this is where I can make this a reoccurring meeting. So under repeat, they have a drop-down box where I can choose every day, every week, every month, every year, or I can also do custom. So if you're going to do a first Monday of every month type meeting, that's where you're going to want to use this custom box. One note about reoccurring meetings is that you only should be scheduling meetings one semester at a time. Schedules change and then we forget to change calendars, so to keep the calendars clean, please plan on scheduling your reoccurring meetings each semester. For the Show As drop-down, you're going to leave this as busy if you are attending the meeting. If you're scheduling this meeting for someone else and you're not attending the meeting, make sure and watch the other video where I'll go into more detail on this. The private checkbox is only for when you are scheduling a meeting that you don't want the title of the meeting to show up when people are checking the room's availability. Next, we're going to add the room. Just as you would add someone we would like to invite to the meeting, you just begin typing the room's name. So I'm going to try and book the red conference room. So I just start typing red, and you'll see right here it auto-populates. If you're having a hard time getting the rooms to auto-populate, first thing to check is make sure that your calendar up here that you're scheduling the meeting on is your Exchange calendar. It will not auto-populate if you're on one of your personal calendars. So that's the first thing to check. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add whoever I'd like to invite to the meeting. So I'm going to add Aaron Mullins to this meeting. Over here to the left, you can see that checking availability is pretty quick and easy. The red conference room has an X next to it where Aaron has a check mark. The X means that the room is actually not available, but a check mark means available. So that's one super quick way to look. The other way you can check availability of a room or the people you're inviting is this check availability button down here. This will bring up the day's calendar and show all conflicts for each person you've invited as well as the room. Over here on the far left, you can see the people and the room. And you can see that the red conference room is grayed out, meaning that it is not available, but Aaron is in bold, meaning he is available. And then as well, you can see each person's meetings that they have scheduled and the room's meetings that are scheduled by these dark gray bars that are shown. If your time is flexible, you can move this box around, which is your meeting, to a different time, and it'll move the time. You can see up here, it moved my time that I originally had when I moved this box. And you can see over here to the left that everything is in bold now, meaning it is available. If this is what I want to do and I just want to schedule for a different time, I can just hit done and then I can hit send. But let's say that my time is not flexible and that I actually do need to meet between 12:30, I believe it was 12:30 and 1:30. And the red conference room is not available at that time. So instead I can hit done and I can go ahead and I can remove this conference room. So I'm going to check availability of a few other conference rooms. So similar to the red conference room is maybe the black and white conference room, which on the system is BW conference room. That one is similar, as well as the green conference room. So I type both of those in to check their availability, and I can see over here to the left that both of them are actually available to be used at this time. I can also pull up the calendar and see that, yes, they're available to be used. They're both in bold over here. So I just need to choose which one I'm going to do. And so I think I'm going to do the black and white conference room. So I will just need to take the green conference room off of this event. So I'll remove that. And then after you're done there, one thing on calendar that I would note is that I would add the conference room name in this add location up here. It'll be a lot easier for anybody you're inviting to your meetings to be able to see where the meeting is going to be held. So go ahead and type that in up there. And then I'm just going to hit send, and then it'll send an invitation to Erin Mullins and the black and white conference room. After I send that invitation, I will almost immediately should receive an email from the conference room that I just requested, just confirming that it's either been accepted or denied. And so you can see right here, a black and white conference room emailed me, and it says your request has been accepted. Earlier today, I did try to book the green conference room without checking its availability first, and it was actually not available. So the green conference room did email me, and it says that your request was declined because there are conflicts. And so down here, I can see who the organizer of that conflicting meeting is, so I can talk to them if I need to see if I can switch anything around. One thing to note is on the calendar, just because I receive a declined meeting request does not mean that it deletes it off my calendar. The event is still going to be on there, and in order to actually reserve a room, you're going to need to edit that event to a room that's available or change the time to get the room that you're in that's available. And so scheduling a meeting is as simple as that. If you have any questions or you run into any problems, you can email me, Leslie@austinstone.org.